Welcome everyone to more live Linux development here on this corner of the interwebs. Today, quickly as usual, it's every day, doing some open source a day keeps the doctor away. And so one thing is there is a new Mold release. We covered that recently. Mold's the new world's fastest linker. Where did I have this over here? Apparently. There should be a 1.1 10 hours ago, and it's usually on the forefront of technology. Mold, best without typo. And do they have more? Yeah, they should have one probably. And they now have native LTO support. I wonder how they do that. So now what is new? So they also support RISC-V now. I wonder how many architectures they actually support. Let's see. How many statistical link hello world? Of course, amazing test and technology and stuff. With it can statically link hello world. Is it all? What is it? Is it here a test or test? Yeah, this is a test. Relocation stuff doesn't look like the biggest changes. If this is all, it's always you scroll over this. Is there something compacted? Maybe we should look on the raw. Yes, large diffs not rendered by default. I think. Okay, here's a whole new file. Okay, it's a little bit more than that's what I thought. Okay, so it has some major changes. Obviously, I wonder how many we can check. So this is adding that in elf arch. So that with that is my, sorry, also maybe more coffee. Elf arch, so it only supports x86 and RISC-V and ARM. Okay, no PowerPC and Spark and stuff. And this is similar relocation stuff that we will also need to implement for our already 1000 lines for that, of course. Anyway, still a rather small linker, and also world's fastest and stuff, and C++ as you saw. So much to you can't write high performance C++ stuff running world's fastest linker. Anyway, native LTO, what does it mean for us? Has been added. Mold used to invoke LDBFD. Okay, it used that countered GCC-IR intermediate representation file or an LVM-IR intermediate representation file to delegate the task. So what do they do now? Probably directly interface with GCC and LVM plugins. Let's see, no, handles directly, feature implemented, linker plugin API. It's also used by, so yeah, of course it's not doing the whole compiler optimization stuff for link time optimization, because that is basically nearly or kind of sort of a full compiler, because you have this only pre-compiled and using the intermediate representation for GCC and LLVM to actually send to the final optimization and linking path. So obviously you don't implement this. So this is only tiny little bit. Optimization probably still also maybe faster. I mean, not only is it because previously this was basically mostly a placeholder and pretty instantaneously running binutils and LVM-LD. But now not only is it a little bit less overhead, maybe also potentially faster for handling the linking themselves, I guess, not the LTO. So what has been added for completeness and not for speed, Mold is only marginally faster than other linkers for LTO, but because not linking but code optimization dominates. Yeah, no surprise there. Nonetheless, this also means I was wondering how much time should we put into that of supporting that more. I mean, obviously we have a package which you also should finally test build. But is it worse, given that we mostly LTO, and you also see the drawback of that if with link time optimization is not really that much faster, because the whole compiler phase is dominates so much, then is there even a point for us to support that, given that we obviously mostly want to link time optimize stuff? Leave in the comments below. For me, it's also complexity and stuff. Yeah, probably to answer my own question, I'm probably not versed to significantly support. I better work on my own toolchain and microkernel and stuff. What else is here? Shuffle sections, randomly shuffles order input sections before fixing the address space is used. Some situation can be used as a strong form of ASLR, address space layout randomization. Print dependencies, stuff. Runtime dependency of libxx has been eliminated. Why is that? Anyway, Mode doesn't support linker scripts. That is interesting. So that would mean you can't, like, not at all, or can you then use it for the Linux kernel or other low-level stuff? Anyway, another thing I wanted, or we also could check. Yeah, this is of course load diff, because large diffs probably, this is a completely new file, LTO, how much this is interfacing with the LTO plugin API. Yeah, there you have that. By the way, do we can't build cartologists, can't build things with it. That is, maybe one day they will support this or something. Do we LTO that even? Oh, actually it looks like we LTO that. Good, so then I wanted to take a look, not that I'm the most impressed with the NIM language. There's also bounties open if you want to earn some increasingly tip jar euro dollars here on our channel. There are bounties, right? Like probably Julia and what else? Something. And maybe even NIM. Maybe you should actually check that. Is open NIM? Oh, this is open, but without a bounty. Let's see. And building always looks simple. NIM. They have here some. The only thing I don't like for bootstrapping, they have here some build all thing. Where was it? Build some stuff. And yeah, git clone, cdnim build all. So whatever that does. That is also always a warning sign for me. Let's maybe do this as a normal user, not to. Let's see what happens here. And yeah, all the new languages, like everyone, including also, I was dreaming about their own programming language. So this repository is already quite substantial, which always like, so much to my own language. Am I the only one dreaming about small, simple stuff? So build all. Maybe we should actually, before you wonder, so this is a virtual machine thing. And so this user before say, but you mess your system with your user. It's mostly empty on the server. So otherwise you can also create another container or VM or other user. Build all. What does that do? That is somehow using shell scripts like it is T2. Auto-generated from stuff. And then using Koch. It's like, yeah, no real programming language with also. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see how unimpressed we are this time. Git clone, of course, it's git cloning more stuff. So, we probably would too. So it's bootstrapping itself. I think I read that NIM might compile to C. Is it written somewhere? NIM compiler, standard libtool documentation. First, the C says of old version of NIM compiler is needed to bootstrap the latest version because the NIM compiler itself is written in NIM programming language. Okay, so this changed. So C sources are there, version 1. And so, but is it, I thought I read somewhere, also yeah, Koch obviously. Oh wow, not only do they have Koch, a build tool, but yeah, I don't know. This is why I'm constantly, is it even parallel building? Okay, it's parallel building something. Duration 2. Warning, GC is deprecated. Yeah. So to package this proper, yeah, Koch sounds German, similar to Firefox, Mozilla's Mach, right? It's also Mach like do it, or unless actually it could also be like Mach like, I wonder if it's either the German. Is there like Mach build? Maybe we should Mozilla Mach build system, because yeah, everyone in there. Yeah, whatever, it doesn't build system overview, components, Firefox build, whatever. Okay, this did something. And how does it install? Nim hello world. Hello world example nim. What? Nim by example? What? The code, for example, is seriously echo hello world, saves this text as nim? What the freaking heck? That is nim? Are you freaking kidding me? Sounds like shell script to me. Indeed, interesting. Const, how does in general when defined Windows input tools? I'm not the most. Why does everyone needs to do such for in? I mean. It looks interesting though, with a proc equals for kind and pass walk deer. It certainly does look a little bit interesting, but I mean, it looks like it's somehow like this exec stuff looks. Let's smart nim cache if release in arcs of danger in arcs nim cache or else host OS. I don't know. Anyway, how does it install? First, let's. This looks funny. Why does it look so funny? Oh, maybe this was just the terminal. Apple terminal. Cardologist, so it looks like Python Lua. Yeah. I mean, not a little bit like, right? I mean, not obviously entirely, but a little bit. But obviously, I mean, Julia. I mean, the pity is, I really like the. I mean, I've not really used the Julia language much. You can, by the way, still win a bounty and package that 42. What really deters me and annoys me, as you realized live on this channel, that not only is it so huge, if not to say humongous, but even the building, right? Just bootstrapping and building Julia is already a pain. Why does this stuff, I really would, like Julia would, in general, I like the overall concept of the Julia programming language, but I really already hate and don't want to use it when the bootstrapping is so humongous, monstrous, and builds everything in the kitchen sink. I mean, why can people not focus on like the language and somehow like not having a monstrous, humongous standard library that needs everything in the kitchen sink? Yeah, and I think the Julia language also loaded, similar to all the other modern stuff, loaded everything in the kitchen sink from the internet, right? You run Bootstrap, and then it's like fetching this and fetching that, and it's like, yeah. Anyway, let's first document this stuff here in MISC archive. We have here also for our testing lots of hello world, because why not? Let's maybe copy like Vic or so to just to trigger people. Oops, obviously this held in. By the way, how are they? Okay, they write it in. Oops. Also, I probably should change the title later. So, and so like here, hello. Oh, wait a second. Can we? Let's reuse that because we. Oh, this is also a little bit fancy because why not echo hello. Simple. I mean, we could. What do they? I mean, maybe we should in general show off some features. That would be nym hello print formatted string. String formatting and interpolation language. Oh, come on, I all wanted echo x. What freaking egg? What about format that skips the parameters at the end? Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my god, what is wrong with those people? Oh my god. Programming 101 as a Wordle. For echo, okay, they have, okay. Kind in. I tried to do some very basic string formatting and I got immediately stuck. Oh man, yeah. An array of objects with the same type, since the first one is a command, echo. Okay, and so how would this work? So let's maybe either. Okay, let's keep it with that, and how was the syntax of one here in. Let's try to guess the syntax live on this channel. Would something like that work, or source? What was even that? Nym CR hello world nym. Oops. Invalid indentation. Are you freaking kidding me? Is this even like Python indentation? What? Ah, wait a second. This is probably also the wrong. What was there? Did I see there a? So much to copying Vic. So nym. Okay, they have apparently. Those block comments also look a little bit like Lua, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, basically also Toxis cable. Hello, do we have our connection lost? Cool. Why? Is the battery already empty? It's a professional. It's our professional N-loop batteries. Okay, let's SED substitute double slash to that. Undeclared identifier. Edit distance, scope distance, spell suggest, function declared in. What? Undefined identifier. Did I do that wrong? Where was that? Echo stuff and maybe I should. Nim not sick. What did I do something wrong? Nim, this is Nim. Yeah, so much to making this pretty though. Yeah, so that obviously also, also need to, maybe I meant to change that. Okay, how does the string formatting work then? Echo format. Okay, don't really want that though. System nim tutorial part 1. That probably, what's your name, read line. This is simply comma. That certainly helps a thing. I mean, it is interesting that, this makes it certainly a little bit like shell programming and stuff, that you don't need braces, but, or parentheses, but I don't know, this is... in Lua you can leave them away if you have a single argument. I would, I don't know. It's certainly, it's not the most important thing of a language, obviously, but... Do we have the war statement? Let's try if that simply works with strings. Hello world. Oops. Does it work like that? Okay, that works. And if we wanted to wire for break scopes blocks when I don't know. In general, I don't. On a first glance, I don't find it the super most impressive. I would actually, on a first glance, Zig looks way more useful to me. Ironically, here they have parentheses, but okay, here also they even do this. So when can you leave that away? Apparently, sometimes you can leave that away. Anyway, it's probably enough for that. Let's package this off. Welcome everyone. Dr. Schubert says looks like a mix of Haskell and Python and Lua and everything a little bit. So package devil for now. Let's copy Zig because why not? Trigger some forks, so maintainers and authors and stuff. Certainly that is only a recent thing. AKA I was so lame and didn't update the year of Zig when I copied that. But this is basically just for you playing along at home, obviously having T2 more full-featured. 164, do they have? Okay, they apparently follow this old-fashioned stable thing, so we don't need odd stable recurring. So nim there, 164. And like Python, ADA and Modular, they say there, by the way. A statically typed system programming language. Oops. Yeah. Leave in the comments below. Have you tried any of this new stuff? Which do you like the most? What are your comments? What do you like, dislike? What would you use? What have you tried? What were your findings? But of course, as a series distribution, we need to support all of this fine stuff. Who is the author of NIM? Wikipedia, so... Designed by... Sick translator C is pretty good. David Jones says. So, maybe stable. Your mileage may vary and license is... It's crazy. It's 2008. I only recently heard about this. So, but yeah, I mean, basically as old or new as Rust or so. I mean, maybe it's even a year or two older than Rust. But as you see, there's certainly not a shortage of license of new languages, license MIT, new language and stuff. And so later, I mean, did we had a Nimble? So what was the Bootstrap? Bootstrap was build all stuff. Yeah, later we should download their snapshot of old compiling to C version. Let's quickly try to find out, does it have a install thing? And how to see also reboots. Finished. You should add the bin to your path. See also reproducible builds. Yeah, and how to install it. It's funny, like, yeah, you build it like this and installation. Internals, bin build, compiler, bootstrapping. I mean, why is this not the most important stuff written here? Developing the compiler. Why is this not like, yep, my recurrent criticism here, right? Decades ago, it was configure, make install. Now it's like 20 minutes of reading the freaking manual, and even then it's unclear. They really don't want that you install the stuff, I have the impression. Maybe we could gentoo nim ebuild and copy their deflang. Let's see. Gentoo packages either here or where was their repository? Maybe. Maybe that. Let's try to decipher this ebuild. How do they bootstrap? XDG cache, seriously, what the heck? Oh my god. GCC override defaults? What? Why is here GCC exe in Gentoo ebuild? Does it support Windows? Source install, run Koch, Koch install. Koch install usage sudo 20 years ago stuff was so simple. Configure make install. Now they make me use this stuff. What is wrong with people? Inbuilt detected, you can't make this stuff up. This is some user bin though. Maybe it would install as root. Nah. Yeah, that is why I have these bounties. It's like I joked yesterday, right? If I give people €20, basically, what do I make? Make a profit of not spending my time with this stuff. Did I not? Where's my... Oh wait, don't tell me this. I used the wrong tree again. Yeah, of course I used the wrong tree. Shit. You know what? Move package. So we need, basically, what would it do? Maybe make inst opt, make opt, make inst opt, and hocat preconf. That was, what was it? That was, where was it? Did I close it? Apparently I closed it. What did I want? I wanted to, what was it, slash build all or something, right? Build underscore all. Yeah, later this obviously, this is just the first 30 minutes with this stuff. Later, of course, it needs some additional surrounding stuff like proper bootstrapping and, proper bootstrapping and stuff. Was it Koch install or Koch? I mean, they have here more stuff on bash completion we don't need today. To Excel? Does that not install it? What do they set ed to? Ed is, what is ed? Not sure what ed is. What is AD engine to ebuilds? Also have a pass patch, that's however, I guess. User bin. Okay, they patch here something maybe. Install. It's like, nah. Maybe for other prefix stuff of, yeah, modern build systems and stuff. Oh, never can have enough of this. So Koch install. Let's see what happens. Build verbose nym and keep our fingers crossed. I'm not trying to cross compile this today. We could, so that didn't build all sh. Why? Maybe it's the release stuff. Maybe it's the release stuff difference in the, no, it shouldn't. Build, what? Why is it build as h and not build as all? Was it not? This is build all. Why is it build? And this is install. Why is it different? Seriously? What the heck? Is there release stuff difference in there? Generate from niminst template. It's building something though. Build something, just 164, is it not so? They say you didn't clone, but what is even their tag here? Am I, what, there aren't any releases? 164, 12 days ago. This is somehow strange. Cut install? Change mod install? Are you freaking kidding me? The deer might be user bin. That is a little bit. What did it copy now? I mean, how people pretend to build the next amazing, super amazing, impressive language, and then the building installation is such a cluster fuck. I don't know. Is that amazing? Change mode, libdeer. Wait a second. Did it not say the install is like user bin? Why is then some other deer treated similar to opt? Because here is libdeer, so user bin. Okay, then if it's user bin, then it sets this. Also no lib64. I mean, this is a little bit. Why do they need to hard code that nimble deer? So they have this in opt nimble. Are you freaking? This is bizarre. What is wrong with people? This is so ridiculous. I mean, why is each time I package something new, it's getting more ridiculous by the day. The set thing is nothing surprises me anymore. Not even to mention why. So here's called like compiler. Why is this releasing different than their? Okay, they have their compiler. Apparently they post processes somehow. What is in build all? Auto generated by tools CI generate, and here they, what was it? Install or what was built? Generated from niminst. Okay, this is somehow something different. This is bizarre. You know what? Someone else can continue packaging that. This is below my pay grade. So then let's build it and post install, run install, and hope for the best. And that probably doesn't install proper, but that's all what you get from me today, because that is too stupid for me, in my opinion. Leave in the comments below if you are more impressed and likes this and finds the state of stuff amazing. Copying files, installation successful. Did it even install something, or it installed something? Even an etc nim. Why does a git advise our? So yeah, in my opinion, this is a complete chaos installation. Somehow, it has. What the freaking heck? Why is this user bin nim? Are you freaking completely kidding me? And this is, I mean, this already disqualifies for me. I mean, the language is, interesting, but yeah. But the whole, the whole installation, seriously, who thinks that this is a good idea? This is complete chaos. First of all, why does like a normal language need, like, it's not a system service and stuff, but okay, whatever. Let's pretend that it's okay. In my opinion, it's not the most okay thing for a language to put stuff into sysconf dir etc. But this is completely non-standard, right? In my opinion, it's not a proper thing to put like half into opt. This is completely violating the good old-fashioned Linux file system hierarchy standard to put half of the stuff, like the non, like half of the Nimble compiler related stuff in opnimble and other stuff in user. So this is completely non-standard. No other package is doing this, should do this ever. A workaround, this should be like in user share, for example, user share nimble or whatever, but this is crazy. And not to mention like user lib, this is user, do the compiler engineer should not know that on a Unix system that user lib is for libraries and not like other. So this looks like data, like user share, like nim sources of surrounding shared data files and not like library things. And this is also the recurring theme why I start to pull my hairs out here and get depressive with stuff. And how should I take a new language seriously developed for how many, 12 years or so, that is installing like complete random garbage? Hey, they have wrappers, like we have wrappers, amazing stuff. But yeah, what I've seen here, not the super most outstanding, the language might be better than the installation. Here is, leave in the comments below. For now, I don't want to have my system messed up like this. There that goes. Wait a second, I should have copied. Do we have? Probably we don't. For some reason, we don't wipe the cache file. That is, of course, not ideal, but actually should file a bug report for my own of leaving that around. But of course, I'm lucky that I had that to copy that. So yeah, it already installed something. Okay, let's try if it at least works. Then we call this. Let's build this again. But yeah, leave in the comments below how impressed are you. Did this cache because it's built a little bit fastish. Let's see if it works at least. Then that would be kind of more than I promised. Can't open user bin lib. Are you completely? What is wrong with you? You said you want user bin. Are you? This is even doesn't even match. This is installed in user lib. And even that is not, even there it didn't install. What? Where did it even install? System nip. User, what? User bin lib, user. We could try, do we still have this? I still have this here. Let's try what happens if we install like user. Maybe that works better. problem is now this didn't even output where it installs this. But I don't know. Am I too critical, or is this just am I too critical with this stuff? Am I the problem, or I mean, it's certainly not cross-compilable, but am I the problem, or is this stuff not amazing? Maybe I should make a YouTube poll about that. Certainly need more YouTube polls. What did it install now? Now it installed a user nimbin? You can't make this fucking shit up. I mean, what is fucking wrong with those people? User nim? Are you like kidding me? This is hilarious. It's ridiculous. This freaking shit doesn't even install in some way that it's usable. This is I have no words. To be honest, so I mean, maybe I'm unfair and certainly I'm unfair and overreacting, but Dr. Schubert, yeah, I just installed it into opt and hope for the best, but that's actually what I've just done. The opt-bin, does this now? I mean, this is a little bit, this is still installed like garbage. Oh, look, it's this opt nimble bin. Bin. I mean, maybe I'm running this wrong. I mean, certainly I'm running this wrong. Yeah, Paul should to lol user bin lib. I mean, did I do this wrong? I mean, this diagnostics usage output told me to, I thought at least, so to run it like this. What do we have? Opt nimble. I mean, this still installs like random garbage. Opt nimble nim bin nim. You can't make this shit up. I mean, what is wrong with those people? I don't. And we don't patch it, right? I just, like, where dir might be user bin, so it's not, I don't know, what do I do wrong? Sudo sh install dir, where dir may be user bin, user local bin, opt, or actually opt, okay. I mean, user bin I've run correctly, otherwise opt, okay, fine. Let's try with just opt. Maybe that, I mean, maybe nobody of them tests user bin, because they know it's a mess and nobody wants it. Okay, let's try this opt. I mean, we could certainly patch this bloody install script, but yeah, thanks to the trip. I overlook. But as far as I understand the message, user install user bin should have worked, and it didn't. Let's see what. Okay, this finally maybe works, and also doesn't clutter this config. So opt nim, and now they also, but why? This is still garbage. Let's do that again. So opt nimble should, we have still something there in nimble, or is it maybe empty? Mostly empty. Okay, fine. In my opinion, this is still garbage that it installs half or whatever percentage, like some part of it in opt-nimble and the other in opt-nim. I mean, seriously, who clutters? I mean, first of all, this should be flexible, right? If I say I want it in opt-nim or opt-clusterfuck, it should install there. But now it installs, who installs some part in opt-nim and the other part in opt-nimble? I mean, what freaking is wrong with you? This is still hilarious. I mean, even that who thinks that is a good idea? I have no words. I rest my. Why does this not up? Oh, maybe because this is a new pass and yeah, okay. See, let's this is wrong. I want Whisk archive. Can't open Whisk archive. What? Why? I have this in the wrong directory. Whisk archive. Hello. At least it works now. Yeah, I mean the installation leaves really a lot. I mean it. I don't know. I mean, we should certainly make add there a to do. Not that people think this is amazing. Did I add the cache? Apparently I did. Undo in years, seconds lack of linker script support. Why use new packages like Mold or Mu? Like new handlers, I need kernel to build, can still use mod for most programs. Tiana Core written by MS, ever drift into Tiana Core, but again need linker script. Bin utils dash, I mean certainly do we? Yeah, let's otherwise, yeah. So what else do we have to, actually this build time is off, because it was not a full build. I mean, not that it would be important, except for parallel build simulation stuff, but it looks more like 5% or so, ballpark estimate. Yeah, needs cross-compile support, needs various other stuff. Personally, I certainly dedicate my time. It was mostly like hanging on YouTube, doing some stuff, getting an overview of what is new in the open source world. While at it, so what more stuff do we have here? Bashconf, what have done there? This was some Unicode stuff yesterday, or what? Something, don't know, looks strange, no idea what. Yeah, pro tip, 15 years ago of me is like, yeah, pro tip, add better comments, because 15 years later, like, why the freaking heck did I had this? Maybe this was some rebuild, not really, I have like zero idea what touching this should fix, but yeah, maybe it did something, but yeah. NoTech yesterday asked, is it intended that MD80M depends on diet libc? Let's see, of course not, that recurring theme, let's globally fix some stuff. Yeah, so I mean, the reason that depended on diet libc probably was that previously, I mean, it was sort of correct, that previously we linked stuff initRD stuff to dialibc, but we've stopped doing that since a while, so also not grep SED. But that certainly shouldn't be in there anymore, so now we just link, because we have system libc in the initRD already anyway for also like full featured stuff, so old dialibc or outdated. Best without typo. Removed outdated dialibc initRD deb. Something like that. Yeah, making T2 Linux a greater Linux distribution, one live stream at a time. I hope you learned something. I guess that's all we have for you today. Could check if there is a new... No, there is not, I think. I think we had that already. Yeah, of course. That's it for today. I hope you learned something. Leave in the comments below what you think regarding all the modern languages, how amazing they are surrounding bootstrapping installation and all this fun stuff. And as always, don't forget to share and subscribe. And I hope to see you soon for all the next fun stuff to come.